hopefully it'll go to Elk Rack. You'll find out soon enough. I mean, I
We'll
just
find out we are live now.
yeah. So hey guys, I'm sorry it took a little longer to sign in. We have a new platform of Facebook and what they're requiring us to do to sign in. So it's a little bit weird and different, but I got through it. And so if you guys can help us share, that'd be really super. I'm going to start sharing it.
It'll be super duper. Everybody, we have a cool show tonight. We have Eric Ortega, who's going to be the MC at Cupa Days at Paul Reservation 1 week from
Did
tomorrow.
you see, James, are you, is it sharing onto Elk Rack automatically?
I'm taking a look right now. It's a little hard right now because I said some systems bogged down, but I'm about to.
Let me look on, I'll look on my cell phone to see if it says you're live.
I'm about to go look at mine right now. Usually I'll get a notice that both of us are live. And I'm just getting right now that Dancing Bear's live. Let me try another backup. It's called old cell phones.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah, I mean, real handy.
It didn't do it.
Yeah, so I'll have to share. I'll just have to go old school with it before we got the opportunity to cross post a couple of months ago, and I lost it.
We'll have to fix it.
Something to do with the new RTMP you and I were talking about yesterday. We're doing all techie talk now, folks.
Yeah. It's been unusual, guys. I just am getting over. I just had my second COVID shot and I'm having some side effects. So if I'm not all on tonight, that's probably why.
Gotcha. I'm doing a slow share. We've already got Maya watching right now. Hello, Maya. Yes, welcome to the Friday crowd, as named by President of the fan club, Maya. Is she president of the fan club, or what do we call her?
She's the president of the fan club.
Yes, or our ninja soldiers.
She's definitely she's the president.
All right, Maya, tell us, would you rather be president of the Ninja Soldiers for Late Night Craft Talk, the Friday Ninja Squad, or just the president of the fan club? Well, right now she said she's laughing a lot.
Right?
Let's just say the Friday Late Night Craft Talk Friday Ninja Squad.
Yes. I'm posting it on your page in case you didn't post it.
Yeah, go ahead. Because like I said, I'm getting bogged down. I'm getting a little technical difficulties right now. Well, everything else lined up, folks.
Yes.
We got several people watching right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know if we have any first-time viewers tonight. We'll give you a shout out. We love it.
Yes, we love hearing and seeing
who's
watching with us. Love seeing.
Oh, geez, the pressure. Y'all decide. Okay, you know what, Maya? I'm going to say you're the president of the Late Night Craft Talk Friday Ninja Squad. I should probably add a couple more descriptions to that.
Yeah.
The Late Night Craft Talk Friday Ninja
Fry bread
Monster Hunters.
Yeah, the Monster Hunters.
Squad.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, what was that show that was on in the 80s, or like a movie that had something with the squad? It had like the old classic monsters like the Mummy and Dracula and Frankenstein.
Was it like Scooby and Friends kind of thing?
I don't know, but I remember something about something squad.
Huh. I don't remember. Monster Squad?
Let's go with that. Maya is the president of the Late Night Craft Talk Friday Ninja Monster Hunters Fry Bread Squad.
Yes, totally. That is Maya.
Yes, it's Maya. All right. So it's shared Elk Rack?
Okay. I shared to Elk. Oh, did you share to Elk Rack?
I was asking if you were. I thought you were. So let me get her done.
Oh, let me share it. I can share it.
Okay.
Share to Elk Rack. Okay.
This is getting really. Let me do a.
Okay, it's funny. I hear myself outside. My mom's watching outside.
Chris is stalking us again.
Yeah. She's like, where are Savea and James steering Late Night Craft Talk tonight?
I'm sharing it to my news feed. Okay. You know what's really, there's autocorrect with the phones, and then there's like mine. It's got to like do like just random capitalization.
Yeah, I know, right? Let me go get my pillow backer.
Okay, and shared. I've shared 3 times. Who else has shared? So we got Savea. Savea's going to be a little. She's a little off tonight. She's got her second COVID shot. The second one, and sometimes there are some side effects. So she's a trooper. She's rolling with it.
My mom went and closed my door because she's like, I could hear you complain.
Really? Live show.
And now she's probably hearing it now because it's about 10-second delay. She's probably sitting down again. She's like shaking her fist.
Nar. Okay. So we got you watching tonight. All right. We're getting closer and closer, folks.
Yeah, guess what? It's 10 already. Oh my goodness.
Is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah, so fast.
Does this mean it's countdown time?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We're getting some laughs here. Okay. Ready for it? Are you ready, Savea?
Yeah, let's go
for it. Are we counting up or down?
Let's count down this time.
We do it sideways?
Sideways?
Did I just bend your mind of reality?
Well, how would you count backwards? So you would do like until we count to 10?
I would face away from the camera, where I'm backwards to the camera, and then count.
Okay, why don't you do that? Why don't you count backwards and I'll count forwards.
Okay. Everybody, let's count down. 9,
8,
2,
7,
3,
5,
4.
3.
I'm confused. All right, you know what? Let's just go. Ready?
Okay, go start.
3, 2, 1, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Late Night Craft Talk.
It's time for Late Night Craft Talk with hosts Savea Kamori Yang and James Hermes. This week's special guest, Eric Ortega, the MC for Cupa Days at Paula Reservation. Why do Native Americans hate it when a non-native asks to use their Wi-Fi? Because they're stealing their land. Not land as in local area network. Hey, it's a techie joke, internet joke. UIT people will love it. It's time to start the show.
There's Savea. Hello, Savea. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing okay.
Okay.
As good as anyone could be doing in this time and day and in area and whatnot.
Yeah. I kind of sold. Oh, look! I got to notice the meeting streaming.
Oh, cool.
That pops up now instead of 10 minutes ago.
Oh, so did you get it? You got a notification that Elkrac's live?
No, I'm looking at the Zoom meeting right here.
Oh, okay.
Everything's a little goofy tonight.
Yeah. So
Right out the gate,
So the way it worked for you guys, just so you know, like we were doing our Zoom platform and it was really simple before because we could actually do a cross post on our pages. So we're able to do both of our pages at the same time. And then they decided to change their platform, rules and whatnot. So they're like, now we can't do that. So we have to figure out another plan and all this kind of weird stuff anyway.
Yeah, now we have to go through what's called an RTMP. Well, we told an internet techie joke in the opening shows, and now we're talking techie talk.
Yes, I know, right?
Well, it's a craft. So
I know.
All right. We have a fun show tonight. We have Eric Ortega, who's going to be MC for Cupa Days at Paula Reservation. That is a reservation, I believe the most northernmost reservation in San Diego County, closest to the ocean. And right here in Southern California, not far from Cedillo, in Escondido.
Yes.
Hour and 45-minute drive from my house in Indio. But it's going to be real fun. And also Eric works at Res Radio. That is, I believe, owned and broadcast from Paula Reservation. So we'll be talking about that tonight, too. This is going to be a lot of fun. And a little bit of homecoming because I miss Native gatherings like crazy. So let's get some business done. What's going on with the Dancing Bear?
Well, this week we didn't have our showcase because I wasn't feeling good. I'm feeling better than I felt yesterday. But I think that we're probably going to postpone any of our showcases until next Thursday so I can be all good. But then that means that next Thursday we're going to have even more cool stuff to share. So it's a win-win.
Well, I kind of feel. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I gotta wait till you're done.
No, so you nope. Want to elaborate on what I just said? No.
Nope. That's what you said.
Okay, all right.
If I elaborate, we put words in your mouth, and then I'd be going like, "Hi, I'm Savea." I'm not okay. I found a general feel good if you're not feeling well. Now remember, we don't do corporate sponsorships as an independent show. We do on our own time, our own fun. But I discovered mango Pepsi
Oh, that's
today
nice.
at a grocery store. I'm going because I love mangoes. When I see mango, I'm going, and we know what I like about Pepsi. But when I saw mango Pepsi, I'm going, oh. Well, matter of fact, when I saw it, there's a ray of light that came down from the
It's
sky.
like,
The cloud parted, and a ray
"Ah."
of light came down through the roof of the gas station, went down right on this bottle of Pepsi,
Yes.
mango Pepsi.
Can you taste the mango in it?
Oh yeah, I walked out, I took a drink, and I went, and I don't remember driving home. I think my truck may still be over at the gas station because I floated home going, ah. So if you, and I was actually like snacking on some just like to keep myself awake, some crackers and peanut butter. So if you want to feel better, try peanut butter and mango Pepsi.
Yes, yes. So, yeah. So, I mean, pretty much,
That didn't have the
uh,
punchline I wanted it to.
yes, mango and Pepsi, great combo.
Peanut butter
So,
and mango Pepsi.
so I mean, in regards to Dancing Bear, so that's what we've been working on. Me getting better, and um, we're gonna do a really nice showcase next week, and uh, that's pretty much like the big news for the week. Jane,
Gotcha.
how was Elkrack? What was Elkrack up to this week?
I've got some new stuff on the website, but it's the regular spring orders. I've been making spur and horseshoe dream catchers like nuts.
Wow.
I got another order and arrows, and I got to get stuff ready, but I'm going to be painting feathers over the weekend, finally, because I enjoy it. And I need to have it ready so I can have lots of cool representation at Cupa Days next weekend. But we're going to be talking a lot about that tonight. But other than that, all's good. Just, busy artist. And, I just got a light at the end of the tunnel. I
Yeah.
am so excited to be showing a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's what we got going on. So tonight's guest, as I mentioned, works at Res Radio.
Yes.
And I'm kind of wondering, Savea,
Awesome.
what kind of radio host do you think you'd be? Could you do a DJ at a radio station?
I think I would be an interesting radio host. I think that people would find that I come up with some interesting combinations of music, and I think they would probably enjoy it. Might pose some interesting questions for people to think about, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, you think like, sometimes you get those morning radio show hosts like, say, Mark and Brian that used to be on KLOS, or what's that dude's name that's on like the satellite radio now? The Shock Jock. Anyway,
Oh, you're talking about Howard Stern?
yes, Howard Stern. But you got these guys that do these characters and stuff like that. Do you think you could do like, say, a cool character in a morning show reading the news?
Maybe. I'd have to practice it. I'm not really good at acting. I try, but my like when I was a kid, I actually watched a show called WKRP in Cincinnati. I watched that show a lot because a lot of people don't know it, but I was born in Cincinnati. So when I was a kid and I moved back here, I loved watching that show because I'm like, hey, it's filmed in Cincinnati. It's where I'm from.
Cincinnati's in Ohio, right?
Yes.
My dad was born in Columbus, Ohio.
Most people think that I'm Californian because I've lived here pretty much most of my formative life. I've lived in California. So, anyway,
Where did you come out to California like the old Okies in the 30s?
no, and
Like Rachel Rapp? Did
oh
you
yeah,
ride out here on a big old
back in the dark ages when people migrated from east to west.
in the dark ages? Okay.
Yes,
Well,
I
there
know.
were double A's. Well, I wanted to try to get a little try to do a fun thing, fun
Yeah,
and funny accents reading the news. But
yeah.
seriously, we wanted to do this. I'm scrolling through the news. I'm like, that wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be right. That's a little sensitive. We're going.
James, do you have a voice that you would do if you were doing a radio
Yeah,
show?
let me look for a news article that isn't, so serious that I want to be. Been a heavy week. I had it loaded up, and I was all of a sudden it refreshed. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let me look for a good news line, because really, You got to tell me this now. Okay. We'll
Text
talk about the
messages
worst
during the
headlines
show.
to try to read. Okay. Here's one that's from, no. Mom.
So while James is getting ready, by the way, guys, if you're new to watching our show, okay, this show, Late Night Craft Talk, we're actually we create the show every week for our viewers. We both have our independent businesses. I haven't given this spiel in a while. We
Yeah, we need
both
to.
have our independent businesses, Elk Rack and Dancing Bear, and we partner together to make the show to advertise things going on in our store and our company, and also bring you guys some really interesting interviews for like artists, business owners, get you inspired for anything like certain ideas, get you talking, even to promote things that are coming up. So like we promoted the Kapow Film Festival in February, and now we're helping promote the Cupa Days. So it's something that we feel is very important for our show to like promote smaller things and let people see and actually get a chance to meet some of the people that are involved in these situations because they may never meet them anyway. So it's kind of a really cool show we have for you planned because you're gonna get a chance to ask questions to our our guest. Okay, so James, what
Yes?
character do you have?
I seriously cannot find a decent. All right, here's one from Petapixel. I was going to try to do, or I'm going to go through with this, okay? Because
Okay.
I'm like, no, because it's dealing with court cases, decisions this week.
Okay,
Like, no,
can you do like a SpongeBob version of someone reading the news?
I have no idea. So it just recycled. Boy, this is like timing as well. All right, you know what? Here's one from Petapixel about this. Here's one I was going to do because I
Okay.
had a good headline lined up. Technology is slapping us in the face. Darn you, technology! Darn you! Let's go back to Let's go back to the days we used to do the show at 2 tin cans in a string.
Okay.
Show's only a year old, so it wasn't that long ago. Okay, let me try this just to go through with it. Studies says no camera brands are ethical. Recommends buying used. All right, I gave up. All right, let's just get on to Eric because this is like
we have like lots to talk
Hi,
about.
Eric.
What? Hey, Eric.
We're just gonna go ahead and go with the slide we were supposed to have right quick. Hold on, everybody. Let me introduce because this is a crash and burn. Welcome to Eric Ortega, MC for Cupa Days.
Yay!
Because Eric's going to save us right now. Hello, Eric. Please come. I hope you have a big life preserver to rescue us.
How you doing, Eric?
No, I'm just messing with you guys. I'm not on it.
I already tried pulling that surveyor earlier before the show. She's like, I see you breathing. I'm like, yeah, I do too right there. But I just thought I'd desperately try.
You're all, yeah, I think I saw you go like this.
Well, yeah. Well, earlier Sabia's doing this, and I'm going, and she's like, I know you're faking it. I'm going, and you can see me breathing. I'm going, I'm overdoing it right now, but she's like, you're breathing. You're drooling right here on your chin. And I'm going,
yeah.
how'd she catch me?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yay, we're so excited about this event coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we are too.
Next weekend, sorry. Next weekend.
Oh, yes, next weekend. Yeah, we are too, because like you say, it's going to be the first gathering since the pandemic started. It's a lot smaller than what it normally is. We're going to have a lot of cuts that we're not going to do. We're not inviting people from out of state and stuff for this event. So we're making a lot of allowances. We're going to try to make this a very safe event. Masks are going to be required. We're going to have hand washing stations, sanitizers in different locations. I don't know how we're going to do the handshakes and stuff. We always do handshakes. It's part of the culture. Maybe we could bow. Yeah, could do that.
Headbutt each
your
other.
Elbow bumps, your fist bumps, loving fist bumps.
In the 70s, it was the bumps, and
we could go like, look at each other, run up, and then like jump over and then press the chest, like that. But don't shake hands. That's dangerous.
Yeah. That's probably going to be some of the biggest change is the more traditional things like shaking hands, is a big change. So a lot of people have been vaccinated already. A lot of people on the staff and everybody have been vaccinated already. Um, so yeah, we're going to try to have this safe event, bring people together, and try to just start out the new year, or start out the new
Yeah.
world opening. And I'm sure down the road there will be a lot bigger and better things going. June 15th, the world's going to open all the way up. So we're going to try to have this event as safe as possible, with
Mhm.
all the restrictions still in place, doing what we got to do.
Yeah, there's still going to be, counties are still going to have restrictions. The state can say to open up even, some municipalities will have that. It's still going to be a slow open, but I mean, just the sheer fact that the Coupa Days is happening right now and things are opening up is so symbolic of light at the end of the tunnel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
First native gathering in Southern California since this started.
Yeah.
The first that I'm aware of,
Yeah, first where, well,
and I believe it's the first one right now, that
Yeah.
yeah,
because a lot of people just haven't done anything just yet. And uh, well, that's all I can say is that we're trying to do this in a very safe I'm hoping we could really prove to everybody that we can do things in a safe manner. You know how they said like distance used to be like 6 feet away, and then it was down to like 3 feet. Um, tell you the truth, I'm kind of happy with 3 feet. Anybody closer than 3 feet's got to be family or something, like that.
Yeah.
or a
Right.
big hug,
Yes.
or handing keys to a new car, or I don't know.
I've never been like a big hugger, but there is differences when it's family you haven't seen in a long time, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. That's different. But I know people that will hug total strangers and stuff, and um, I'm not one of those. It's kind of, well, it's happened, but it's awkward,
Yeah.
for that to happen, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I think 3 feet is good enough distance. 2 foot, pretty close to pretty close inside my bubble for me. So I think we're good enough that we could have a good event, and everybody being, 3 feet apart from each other, wearing masks. I believe all the vendors gonna have to wear gloves.
Mhm.
Is that what they told you guys to? Or,
um, what came out is not very specific for the artists coming in. It just says wear a mask and other COVID guidelines. I can say that other shows I've been to now that some are happening, some are stricter than others, but generally not the gloves, but if anybody handles anything, ask them to use it with a glove, or at least have the vendor wipe it down. Do that. A lot of times the sun is such a sanitizing agent anyways.
Mhm.
But I tend to wipe things down if somebody handles it. If there's something in the glass case, if they want to handle it, if it's leather, I'll have them take a glove and hold it. Other times, like I said, in the sun, it doesn't take long for it the germs to kill it anyways. But generally, if anybody wants to handle anything, what most vendors are doing is having a thing of hand sanitizer, and I always have one on each corner of my booth for the public, whether it be the
right.
hand sanitizer or antiseptic wipes, and they just wipe off their hands and then handle something. Because
Yeah.
it's not good to try to spray down a sanitized leather. It doesn't work out well for the leather.
Hey
No.
James, you know what? You should actually, I think you came up with a list of a whole bunch of suggestions for COVID safety for
I did.
vendors. Do you want to suggest sending that to the vendor coordinator, so they may have some ideas on giving a little more direction on what
You
the vendor?
seriously want to do that? Because I wrote up a list of best practices for
Yeah.
shows that I had several ask me about it last June. Do you want me to send it to you, Eric?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
And
do
I'll
that.
get it. I'll get it to the appropriate
So,
people.
Okay.
so Eric, tell us about Coupa Days. What is Coupa Days?
Cupa Day started in 1974. On the Polynesian Reservation, we we had an elder that and her with amongst other elders got together and wanted to start a practice of preserving the language of the Cupeño people. Down in Pala, there was already Liseños living there. The Cupeño were moved there in 1903, and a lot of them felt at the time that they were losing the culture, losing the language, losing the heritage and stuff. So they wanted to teach classes and share the culture so that we could preserve the culture. Along those same lines, they were doing fundraisers. We're talking everything from bake sales to going different places and dancing so that we could raise money. There was donations made, and we had people in the community that maybe weren't working or maybe had some certain skills that we could use to actually build a building that we were going to use for preserving the culture. And that building became the Cupa Cultural Center. Um, the building was completed in 1974, and that building was actually uh, the first building that was actually built by the people, by funds, and paid for by funds raised by the people, donations from people in the community. There was no like government funds going to this building. It was all the community. I was about 10 years old at the time, and so um, I probably did nothing more than just get in the way at the time. But my dad was a part of it. Many people, their ancestors, their parents, grandparents were a part of this. And when the building was completed, we had a festival, and it was Cupa Days. And Cupa Days was not so much a fiesta as much as it was a excuse me, as much as it was a commemoration that the people of Cupa had come down to Paula and were still here and were preserving our culture and our language. So it's not necessarily a party as much as a chance for us to display our culture. And what we did at that time, that first one, was actually ask local communities to come in and share their culture with us while we shared our culture with them. So we started off and we finish it off. And that's been the way of Cupa Days ever since 1974. Um, so come Saturday when we start up on the 1st of May, and the Capado people were moved down in, I believe it was like the 3rd of May or something that the Capado people had arrived in Paula. So we always do this the first weekend of May. And so we always start off with Cupa Song and Dance Group, which is a Cupa group. The leader is actually a descendant of Rosina Lasquez, who was instrumental in voicing her opinion that the cultural center be created. And since that time, that's what we've been doing, sharing our culture, and it's gotten bigger and bigger. So we've had people come from, all over the place to share the culture with us. We've had Hawaiian dancers. We've had all kinds of different aspects. Powwow dancers come out and display their talents for us and their culture sharing, and that's what it was all about, was sharing, not just having people come in and share their culture, but giving us a chance, because we're a small community, to share our culture with everyone else. And it's been that way for 47 years minus one. That 47 is an asterisk because there was 1 year that we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't count.
So, so are you? So, question: are you counting this year? Excuse me, as I adjust. Are you counting this year as the next year, even though there wasn't a year last year?
Yes.
So you're assuming you're counting it as if you skipped a year. You didn't skip a year.
Right.
Okay,
I think we kind of have to do it that way, otherwise the math will be off.
I think everybody, it's a gimme for a lot of people in 2020 with their events.
Yeah, I know, because like for us, like
Well,
at Arizona State, like that was something we're thinking about. Like, is it really like this number or is it this number? So yeah.
well, actually what we did last year was, since we didn't actually have a personal Coupa Days last year, what we did was, because we do broadcast Coupa Days every year for the past years since the radio station's been around. And so last year what we did was we took clippings from previous Coupa Days and we put it together and had a broadcast for that Saturday. It was Coupa Days all day on our radio station. Well, for the 5 hours that it would normally have been Coupa Days. And at the same time, I did interviews with our people in our community and some of our council members, and we played those recordings in between acts at Coupa Days, telling people, what do you think about it? And they go, yeah, I think Coupa Day is really important. We'll get through this. And many voiced their opinions about how we have to remain strong and vigilant. And we can't have it this year, but we're looking forward to having it next year. And here we are doing it this year in a smaller version. But yeah, we had several council members that voiced their opinions, support for the community to be strong, vigilant. we'll get through this. And it was dark times in May of last year. We weren't sure what was going to be happening.
That April and May was not pretty.
Yeah, I think people called it
May. Was dying. Even Malky Museum over at Morongo Reservation did a full-on virtual.
Yeah.
For their event, just showcase different bird groups on their pages and just posted links to it as to try to keep some semblance of their event happening too.
You know, this event I think is actually really, I didn't really know about it. I know James kind of talked about Cupa Days, but I didn't really, know about this event. So I think this is really cool. A lot of people ask me coming into my store, they say, I want to know about the local tribes. Like, this is something that happens all the time. People say, I want to know about the local tribes. Because everything that's in books, everything that they find is not about the local tribes. It's about the Plains Indians. So, like, it's really cool because you actually are going to have a bunch of different representations of local tribes and local culture that people are looking for. So I definitely feel this is a great way for anyone who has kids that you want them to learn about the native culture that is here in San Diego area and Southern California area, because it looks there's some local groups that come to this, which is really cool. So this is definitely something you want to bring people that want to learn about that.
Savea's actually nailed it, because I mean, I have to go for various capacity reasons to different gatherings, whatnot. And I know that Paula, personally, I've been going to Cupa Days. I've missed 1 year, not 2020. When 2020 would be the next year, but like I said, that's just we're gonna say do over. That's a gimme. Everybody's counting that one. But I had to miss it 1 year for health. But I've been sipping and selling artwork there since 1995 or 6, and watch progress over the years. But truly, to see any not to go to reservation and learn about the local native culture, where other natives coming and other cultures, not a powwow. It's overwhelmingly Plains influence, but to come in and see Yaqui deer dancers, Pima basket dancers, sometimes Apache mountain spirit dancers that came in from Sherman, Cupeño dancers, bird singing. There's not many events open to the public to see this.
Yes.
And Paul has done an outstanding job of bringing that representation together.
Yeah, and when we do bring out the Yaqui dancers and stuff, their language is actually very similar to ours. They're similar to the Uruaztecan language as well. So they're like our brothers, and we have a lot of people here that have relatives that are have Yaqui blood. So even in San Diego, the Kumeyaay, they've had battles with the missions and stuff, even at one point where they destroyed the first San Diego mission. And one of the leading people from the Kumeyaay band that was involved in that, his name was Nawasaho, which is very similar to the word Nasawado, which is the Yaqui word for warrior. So there's a lot of connections there. The Yaquis had a big influence out this way, as well as if you go to Borrego Springs, there's Yaqui Pass. So the Yaquis are not foreigners to our area. They're actually somewhat closely related to us, considering they are about 440 miles away. So they are pretty close. And so when they come out here, there is a good connection there. They're not going to be there this year. Our limit said, no one that far away. And I was going to say, since we did create a broadcast of Cupa Days last year, we essentially did have Cupa Days last year, just not physically. So we can go with 47th.
We'll go with it. I can always virtual anyways. James, I think now may be a good time to go, and we have some clips of some of the Cupeño singers, Cupa singers, and some of the other events we can go through. But one thing I want to kind of address in the audience comments right now that's going.
Oh, what do you
We're having this great conversation with Eric, and y'all talk about Maya making a sandwich.
I know. Maya's like, I'll be right back. I'm making a sandwich.
Oh, and a shout out to Janessa. First time watcher, and I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong.
And then Wendy was saying that Wendy Hodge says that it was a good idea to keep Coupa Days going during the pandemic, and it should count. And she said that it just unscrolled. So then it says that I'm glad to learn about this and she didn't know about Coupa Days until now. So that's really cool that people are learning about this event through our group, through our show here, because I think a lot of people, there's just so many things going on. There's so many things going on right now, or not right now, but before that, it's so easy for all things to get mixed up. And now that we're starting to have things come back, this is like a definite highlight for your event.
Well, I do thank you guys for asking me to be on the show. I am going to be the MC this year. In the past years, we've had different MCs. I've done it several times, but my boss, John Fox, from the radio station. Now, you talk about you're talking about a radio voice and everything like that. He's the one that really has a truly outstanding. He just does this thing like, and boom, he could be your morning show host. He could be your nighttime show host. He can do it all. And we used to make this joke with somebody who says, "Hey, do you got any openings at the radio station?" And this guy's like, say like Southern Georgia, heavy accent, heavy Southern accent guy, and I go, "Yeah, we need a DJ for our Native American gospel hour," and he's like, but I tell you, my boss John Fox could do it. He could do it, and he would make it exciting too.
Sounds like
But
the
yeah,
Adrian Cronauer of Paula of Res Radio.
yeah. So he's been MC in the past, but because of this COVID-19 and personal concerns, family concerns, he's not able to help us out this year. So they asked me and they gave me the honor of filling in for him, and I'm just happy to be there and stuff. Like I say, I've done it before. I'm not an expert on Native Americans. But I did grow up in Paula, so I know a lot about Paula. And I'm one of those Indians that never took American Indian Studies, so I have the extensive knowledge that you have. That most of the books is all about like Apaches and Navajos and Cherokee, and that's what we read about in school and stuff. They never talk about Paulus or Capeños very much. It might be like a word that's mentioned in there one time. So one of the things that I've truly tried to do with all my efforts of having worked at the cultural center and stuff like that is to share the fact that there are Southern California natives. We do still exist. We do have a culture. We do have a language, and we have lives, and we're doing our thing. And I love sharing stories and anecdotes about our culture and our community. And if you want to see how we really are, come out to Coupa Days. It's going to be a little bit shortened down this year, but in future years, come out to Coupa Days, check us out. You'll see how we are and how surrounding communities are. And we also have a gathering in August, which we're hoping to have this year as well. Hopefully things are more opened up, and the gathering hopefully will be a big event. And it's more like a Coupa Days, but more bigger, not just defined for trying to tell people we're preserving our culture, but more about sharing our culture and other people's cultures around us. And we do get to a lot more people from all over there.
Will there be mango Pepsi?
We'll truck it in for you.
Hey, so Eric, where is this event being held?
Coupa Days is going to be held at the intersection of Paula Temecula Road and Paula Mission Road on the Paula Indian Reservation. That's one of the things about us. We're not real fancy about our names and stuff like that. The casino that we have is called Paula Casino. The avocado projects that we have, the agricultural program we have is called the Paula Avocado Project. The road that goes right alongside of this event is called Paula Temecula Road. Why is it called that? Because it goes from Paula to Temecula. In case you didn't know.
Well, I don't think there's too many people wearing a generic shirt that says generic on it, but the simple approach works great. I mean, you don't need to get overly complicated like the Frye Ninja. How did I term it?
Frye Ninja Fry Bread Monster Squad.
Monster Hunter Squad
Monster
Frye
Hunter
crowd.
Squad. Monster
Hi,
Squad.
remind us what I said.
We're gonna make a patch. We're gonna make a patch, and that's gonna be worn exclusively by the president.
That's right.
Cool.
She's the president of the Late Night Craft Talk Ninja
Monster
Frye.
Ninja
Squad.
Monster Hunter Squad Frye.
Fry bread.
Fry bread Frye crowd
Oh.
squad. Okay.
And
Stuff.
Right.
so like I said, one of my other hats I wear is I work at the radio station. And our radio station started about 11 years ago. It was created for emergency broadcast situations. So of course we have had a lot of activity. We've had a lot of we've brought a lot to the tribe over the last year, because you talk about emergency situations, we've done everything. I mean, we've created Cupa days, we've created different things that people were lacking, information, up-to-date information about COVID-19 as it was progressing, all that kind of stuff. We stayed out of politics. We didn't really get into politics because that's not really an emergency situation, but we covered all the things that affected our tribe and our communities during those times. We tried to bring everybody together. We voice our opinions about the Yana program, which is You Are Not Alone program that's here in Paula. We had that's why we were created. We were created there. And I'm not, like I said, my boss is the one who does most of the stuff on the radio. He's got that disc jockey personality that could do everything. My role there, and you guys alluded to earlier with watching WKRP in Cincinnati, those of you that remember the show, my role would be the cute blonde in front, because that's more like what I do. Although I do have a couple of shows. One is an award-winning show called Paula Life Past and Present. And I won first place, best of shows for that show down at San Diego Press Club. Hello? Oh, we've had a lot of
echo there. That was weird.
I thought I was the only one hearing voices. It happens.
Oh no, I've heard like 4 others, and the Savannah has that too. But we just ignore most of the impulses they tell us to do.
Most of the things.
Most of them. The one that said, "Start a talk show." We went, okay. Now, can anybody else hear that voice too? All right.
So before we get too far away from Cupa days, let's do some videos to show people about the ones that James has. So then what we can do is we can focus, because we want to talk about the radio too, like for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to not talk about radio because this is way cool.
Yeah,
and then a quick question. So are you going to be airing Cupa days on the radio this year?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I'll be doing that. My boss will be in the office rolling the controls, and I'll be at the Cupa Days broadcasting and emceeing at the same time.
Okay. So as Savilla's right, we want to bring up the video clips we have just to show people what some of what they're going to be able to see at Cupa Days this year, what has been shown in the past, but may not necessarily be there this year because of not wanting to bring anybody from really outside the area.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still not safe right now. And we're definitely going to come back to the to Res Radio and KPRP. All right. So Eric, if you want to go ahead and let us know what we're looking at here. Let me bring up the first clip. And let me get the sound on.
Sequequina, 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 sequequina. Shemekuta, 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 shemekuta. Sequequina, 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 sequequina. Shemekuta, 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 shemekuta. Hello, my name is Paul Moran.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Paul Miranda, as he was about to say, and he is doing a song called Sequequina, which is about the swallows, the ones that return to San Juan Capistrano every year, and he that song comes from the one of the stories told by Rosina Lasquez, and in that story, the swallows are teasing the coyote, and they're arguing about what they should be called, and one of them saying that we should be called Sequiquina, and the other one saying we should be called Shemekuta. Shemekuta means funny face. So in a roundabout way, it's our word for like gorilla or something like that. But um, uh, Sequiquina is the name of the swallow name for swallows, the bird. And so it's a song from a story. It's pretty good. It's a Capeño song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get up the this next clip. I never always recommend people not to embed YouTube videos into their PowerPoint because it gets screwy. It gets screwy. So let me go ahead and I'm going to do a quick. Let me go ahead and set up the next clip right here real fast.
I'm just glad you're doing it, not me.
Oh yeah, it's
Eric,
sometimes a little different, but let me go ahead and get it shared right quick, and let's take a look at the second clip. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what it's been doing to me. Okay, so Intertribal Bird Singers right there.
Yeah, Intertribal Bird Singers. That recording was done last year in September when they were doing a virtual Indian Day video. And also too, I didn't say about Paul Miranda. Paul Miranda, you know, his day job, he actually works. He's like in charge of like TANF or whatever down in San Diego. He's a very busy man, very important. He's also on our Paula Language Advisory Board, Paul Miranda. And Wayne Nelson and the Intertribal Bird Singers, you know, Wayne Nelson's the lead singer for the Intertribal Bird Singers. They were trained by Robert Levi out in Torres Martinez when probably Wayne was probably about, I don't know, 14 years old. And since that time, he's worked with all the other bird singers around here. He's developed a really good respect for and from all the bird singers around. And he worked with Leroy Miranda, who used to be our director at the Cultural Center here in Paula, and learned the Paula songs. He learned the Cahuilla songs. He learned Campo. He goes down to Campo, or he goes down to Kumeyaay country. He sings with the Kumeyaay singers. He learned all those different songs and stuff like that. So he's really a well-rounded guy. And when he started teaching other people, they were from all different reservations, which is where they ended up with the name Intertribal Bird Singers. When they were first singing with Robert Levi, they were called the Traditional Bird Singers. And they sang the Cahuilla songs there when they were learning that. Then, of course, they branched out and started teaching other people, which is what Robert Levi wanted them to do. He wanted them to teach, you know, because that's what he wanted to do, was teach, spread the bird singing. And they've done a good job. And so they go sing all over. They sing at powwows, they sing everywhere, and luckily enough, they're going to be able to sing for us at Cupa Days.
Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and look at the third clip we have.
Yeah, and in that video, you'll see an example of the girls dancing, and also the boys come out and dance. The men will dance too. Um, that was a virtual thing for Indian Day there. One things you'll see different at Koopa Days, depending on how many people show up, will be there'll probably be 20 bird singers lined up across, and then there'll be 20 or 30 girls dancers out there, and they'll be like in rows, and stuff, and probably trying to keep the social distancing. They'll be split apart from each other, which they usually are anyway. Because when you dance the way they dance, you can't be too close together. You'll bump into each other. So um, there'll be a lot more. There'll be a lot more powerful situation at Koopa Days, and then of course in regular times when more people are invited, everybody gets out there and dances. It's the whole arena be full, and it's a pretty awesome thing that you wouldn't see anywhere else. As far as as far as bird singing goes, in different events.
Yeah, it's rare to see that. Did you ever go to any of the bird singing festival put on by the Agua Caliente Cultural Museum?
I've never been to one,
Okay.
but I've heard of them. I think they have a big one out that way at New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Day or something.
In Palm Springs,
Yeah.
typically at Palm Springs by the Agua Calientes. It used to be right before Christmas, but now the last few years it's been right at the end of January, beginning of February time frame.
Oh, okay.
And I remember one time there was like 100 women dancers out there.
So Eric,
it's spectacular to see it. And that's an indoor setting, not an outdoor setting like Cupa Days.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things gonna be about ours. It's gonna be an outdoor setting.
Yeah.
so
Go ahead,
Eric, the radio station is going to be broadcasting this year, but they're broadcasting like over the air, like sound. They're not doing a virtual, like they're not doing a video broadcasting, correct? I just want to make sure,
Correct.
because there was a question. So it is going to be an audio broadcast.
Right, because it's radio. It's
Yeah.
radio. Yeah.
If anybody wanted to
You
listen,
can, you can stare at your radio.
My bad.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Whoops. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay in the video right here, and I think, okay, it's done. It's like, oh no, I'm talking over somebody again.
Yeah, James
Whoopsie.
tends to have. James is the only one that has about a 10-second delay on the video. Like
And I try
Eric
to
and I are at
predict
the
the
same
future.
time, and James is totally like 10 seconds ahead or behind. Just kind of just goes back and forth.
Well, it depends because I get distracted by the voices.
Yes, I know.
I
I know the
Mark is
feeling.
it for everybody in the show, in the post we have for this video, the show right now. We do have a link to Res Radio, where you can listen over the internet, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to listen to the program for Cupa Days next weekend.
James, did you show all the videos?
We got a couple more.
Yeah.
So what we have is a collection of Terry Goodell and the hoop dancing. We have a little sample of that, and then we'll go ahead and go through and it'll show some of the other groups that have come in for exhibition in the past. That definitely won't be there this year, but we'll take a look at that if you're cool with that, Eric. Right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Let me go get that going.
Okay.
So we'll just do this. And Terry Goodell, for anybody who doesn't know, is a phenomenal hoop dancer. Let me get that video here. We'll play just a few seconds of that as soon as YouTube decides to. Okay, so that was Terry Goodell with the hoop dancing.
Yep.
Yeah, he's an award-winning hoop dancer. We got lucky enough to have him come our way, and I believe that was his son with him. What impresses me most about them is that those hoops are not very big, and they're tall. They're both relatively tall. His son's, I believe, taller than him, and the way they jump through those hoops is just wow. It's phenomenal. They're incredible.
Terry's a big dude.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Okay, so we also have another video here that is going to show, and I'll keep it silent just so we can talk about it briefly as they go by, just a sampling of some of the other groups have come on to do exhibitions at Cupa Days in the past. Sounds that right there. Miwok dancers from Northern California.
Right. Deer dancer.
Deer dancers. Which will not be. Terry Goodell will be there.
Mm-hmm.
And
but there's just it's every year it would change, according to which groups actually do come, and that makes it interesting because every year you come, it's going to be different.
Yeah. Will the Aztec dancers be there this year?
I believe they will. The Apache dancers won't be there as far as I know. But the Aztec
Apaches haven't been around at Sherman for a while. Hawaiian dancers, are they confirmed yet?
The Hawaiian dancers may not show up. I don't believe they're going to show up. I think they declined the invitation because of safety.
Yeah.
The Hopi dancers, I don't believe will be there.
Okay. But in other years, people will be able to see this and when things get back to normal.
Yeah. I heard the Hopi dancers had a death from the COVID in their group, so they won't be there.
Running Grunion.
Running Grunion, yeah, he won't be there this year.
He will not, or will?
He will not.
Okay.
He will not. He has a funny show though.
Oh, he's always a crack up. That's Cupa Days. So let me go ahead and stop. So
yeah,
it's a sampling of some of the acts. Some of the people have been there in the past Cupa Days, but not necessarily quite this year.
And we sort of have a connection at the radio station. We sort of have a connection with WKRP in Cincinnati because my boss used to work for B100 way back in the day. B100 was, I shouldn't say way back in the day. He probably wouldn't appreciate that, but it was a while back. And B100 was sort of a pattern for WKRP in Cincinnati. They had a tall gentleman, large gentleman that was their boss. And over WKRP, they had the guy they called the big guy. And they had a lot of people that correlated to B100. And one of the things that they also did on WKRP was they parodied an event that happened with B100 where they did a turkey giveaway. And
really?
So, oops, no, that wasn't an earthquake. That was me kicking the table.
They did. Earthquake?
They did.
Oh my gosh, there's an earthquake here too. Oh no!
I'm good. I'm good to go.
Maybe it was something coming out of a helicopter hitting my house. I don't know.
So, my house is on a fault line, Eric. Your fault.
And they did a turkey giveaway down at B100. And so WKRP did a show where they did a turkey giveaway, but they did it from a helicopter. And I know that we were going to try to do a giveaway, right? We're going to do a fry bread giveaway.
We did actually. Now that you've got that in, that we brought our ties
Eric,
into KPRP.
Is there anything you want to talk about before we do that? Thing for the radio station, because we kind of put it.
Well, I believe I think you have posted a flyer for Cupa Days, so that's available.
So let me get that up right quick.
Yes, let's do the Cupa Days.
So for everybody,
guys, there's regular programming on that radio station, and if you want to watch it, go onto the website. Go onto Res Radio, right? Res Radio FM.
Yes. If you go www.resradiofm.fm, you can listen to our programming, and we'll be broadcasting Cupa Days. We broadcast Mass on Sundays, which is something we started because of COVID-19, because people weren't allowed in church. So when we first started doing that, we had the priest, the altar boy, well, the deacon was the altar boy, and the musician, and I was broadcasting. Only 4 of us were in church, and we were all distanced from each other. And we mic'd everybody up, and we had Mass and we broadcast Mass because people weren't allowed in church for several months.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been broadcasting Mass for over a year now since all this stuff started. We started 2 weeks before Easter of last year, and we just had Easter a few weeks ago, and we've been broadcasting Mass this whole time. And we'll continue to do it. We'll see if the people in the community want us to keep on doing it. I don't mind doing it. It is one of those things that starts early in the morning, though. Mass is at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have to set up early and do that. But, it's one of the things that we do. We're Res Radio. We're here for emergency purposes. And if people can't come to church, we will do what we can to bring church to the people. And we've done this for a lot of different things. We had Antonio Garra Day, which we have down in San Diego Old Town every year. But this year on January, we didn't have it. So we actually created a broadcast of Antonio Garra Day. And it's been, it's been a blast doing all this stuff that we're doing for the community from Res Radio, where we broadcast as much as we can to get information out to people so that they know what's going on. If there's vaccines at a location, we make sure people know that by our broadcast. We're doing everything we can for emergency purposes. And of course, broadcasting Cupa Days wasn't necessarily an emergency, but we had been doing it in the past because it was fun and it was something we could do for the community. And then all those recordings we used last year because, so fortunately we had been doing it in the past. We got those recordings and we've been able to help out the community a lot this year. And that's what our purpose is. That's why we were built.
Yay. And remember, guys, just because you're not in San Diego doesn't mean you can't listen to it. You could be all the way in what's it called?
Indiana.
Yes,
Vivian.
Indiana. And you can listen in because we have one of our followers. She actually asked at Cupa Days, will there be traditional food?
Yes.
Okay.
Not carrying the pizza truck right there in the back with the burgers.
Chinese and the frozen lemonade.
Well, that pizza truck's always there.
I think we're going to have people with sage tea and chia, and that's what we've had at different events. We had Puyo Ayin this year on the reservation where it's a big feast, and it was all native foods, all foods that were created from native things. We even served quail, which would have been, now granted, we didn't go out and catch all the quail, but we did actually sell, or not sell, but we did make quail for the community. And quail would have been a traditional food, way back in the day, because there was quail here.
Okay, let me go get the flyer up right quick, just so everybody can see it one more time of Cupa Days.
So you guys definitely want to make sure that you go and see it, go if you can. And it is a safety.
Looks like somebody decided 46.
Oh, did they write 46 on there? Oh, that may be a point of contention, but
next year might be 48th.
The math majors are going to come out. But May 1st and 2nd, Paul Indian Reservation opening ceremony starts at 10 a.m. Goes from 10 a.m. to dusk Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Yes.
Cultural entertainment, native arts and crafts, Cupa tacos, peon games on Saturday night, I believe.
Yeah. So
that's required, free admission and parking.
Yes.
Not responsible for theft or injury or.
I've been saying that my whole life. I'm not responsible for that theft.
Ain't my fault. It's all on you, buddy. And just put that on the word for word.
That's right up there with how did that get in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Y'all check this out before I flush it.
So, hey, James. So we were all thinking about this week about having a very special delivery that we were talking about doing earlier.
Folks. Since we wanted to celebrate the first Native gathering in Southern California since the start of the pandemic, Savay and I have been recycling aluminum cans quite a bit.
Eric, he's been recycling aluminum cans too.
Eric's on this. We have planned, and we are bringing to you, based on when we talked about what was called the turkey drop on KPRP, which is this thing they did on the show. We bring you a helicopter with fry bread.
Fry bread drop.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
We have actually. We've been recycling aluminum cans, the three of us. So you want to? Should I tell her or you want to tell it?
Oh no, I was just saying so guys, be ready. Make sure to look and make sure to have your hands over your head, because things might fall from the sky.
Yes, we bring you to everybody to celebrate and help promote Cupa Days.
Yes.
We are so excited. We bring you a helicopter with a fry bread banner behind it, advertising Cupa Days. We ready,
Yes.
folks? Let's take a look. All right. Okay, what was that? That's Princess Leia looking at the ice cream tub. What's up with that? Okay.
I don't know.
Let me
what
get
happened.
over there. How did Princess Leia get in the video?
I know she's really good at, I think that she's ordered Amazon before, and she's definitely started Facebook Lives on my computer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? And she'll just be sitting there looking at the screen going,
Why not? All right. I'm getting a live feed. We've got cameras we have placed at different places around where this helicopter is going to advertise
actually, there's something
Cupa
outside right
Days.
now.
Here we go. All right, everybody. Here we go. First one. We got first stop of the helicopter we brought on right there above Dancing Bear Indian Trader. Wait, what's it dropping?
What's that noise?
It's dropping fry bread. It's supposed to have a fry bread banner. What is going on with that?
Yeah,
That's
you
so
said
Okay,
weird.
you said a flying fry bread banner.
It's flying. It was supposed to be fry. Why is it throwing out fry bread? Let's go look at another location here.
That's weird because it's
All right, there's Res Radio at Paula. And it's dropping fry bread.
What is going on?
I know, Eric. You want to
when
one bounce.
bounced.
Look at that. Eric, what's going on outside the window? Can you yell at the pilot right quick?
Look at
Yeah, I saw a fry bread fly by the window. I don't know.
That's weird. I mean, it was supposed to be like a banner.
I don't know, but we need to get hold of that pilot. Sophia, where'd you hire this pilot from?
Oh, so you know what? Maybe Princess Leia. Well, no,
Don't bring the Chihuahua? Come on, take some responsibility. Where's this pilot?
I didn't hire anyone.
All right, let's look. Let's see where that crazy helicopter is going right quick. All right, where we got it. All right, the helicopter's over there by the Elk Rock Traders World Headquarters, and it's dropping
my
fry
gosh.
bread.
Those are huge.
I know.
They're
I
like
see it out the
size of,
window.
like,
Hold on.
seriously, they're
Look
like
at
the size
that.
of a car.
That sounds
It's
like a
dropping more
car.
fry bread.
What? That one froze mid.
All right, I'm looking out the window. Oh, good Lord. It just smashed a car hood.
Oh, that's not good. That's
There are
not good.
people like popping umbrellas,
There
and
are
it's not
people
helping.
running around where we are, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, there's fry bread falling from the sky."
I know. It's just EMS is already, there's police out there and they're running for cover from fry bread.
James, are you sure you didn't hire this pilot?
I didn't hire Savea. When we did the show meeting, I was supposed to work on some stuff you're supposed to bring in. Did you have to do a Craigslist ad for a helicopter pilot?
You know what? You know what? It might have been Princess Leia because
You're gonna blame it.
She's done Facebook Lives on my phone, and she's like done all these weird things where she's gone to websites and watched videos and stuff. So I would be surprised if she actually accidentally hired this person.
This might be, you know what? Whatever's going on. I brought up an FAA radar.
I thought we had this all planned out.
What's happened?
I thought we had this all planned out.
We largely do.
James,
but
this is your
apparently
fault.
the helicopter pilot took it off.
James,
I don't know what's with the.
James, this is your fault.
Yeah, you went from the Chihuahua to me. There's more credibility with blaming the Chihuahua. All right, Eric, the helicopter's circling back over to Paula. Let's take a look at live feed right quick. I think I found a webcam we can share about this. There's Cupa Cultural Center, and there's fry bread falling at Cupa Cultural Center.
What the heck is going on?
What are people doing? Are they staying in their houses or what?
Like, is there any web news or anything like happening on your finding an Eric on your your activity board? Is anyone saying?
I'm checking on
the radio station to talk about this.
I'm checking on the web cameras now. John Fox didn't say there was fry bread in the weather report.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. Well, let's take a look. I see it's circling over up west of the casino. Isn't that where the buffalo herd is?
I think I could bring in a feed from the front of the helicopter to see the pilot.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. I want to see. Let's try. Keep on. Let me know if you can get to the pilot at all. Let's take a look. It's over the buffalo herd. There's the buffalo. Is that Fred?
Oh, that's Fred. Oh,
and look at they're attacking you with fry bread.
Oh my goodness! Does he like fry bread?
Somebody throwing fry bread at the.
They're throwing a lot of fry bread. Look, one bounced again.
Fry bread, Fred.
James, did we plan to have the helicopter fly over Chula Vista?
I don't know what's going with the helicopter. Eric, were you able to get the helicopter pilot on there?
No, it wasn't, but maybe some feed. Maybe I could get some feed to you from the
Okay,
helicopter pilot.
let's see what we got here going on. I see where you sent me the link. Let me get it up so the audience can see this. See, we can all see what the heck's going on. It's my mom.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mom. Why are you flying a helicopter full of fry bread and throwing it out the door?
I'm throwing fry bread out the helicopter.
Why are you throwing fry bread out the helicopter?
No,
What is going on? She can't hear us very well.
Throw it out. No, she can't.
Oh,
Throw out. Stop throwing fry bread out.
no, the fry bread is just flying out, floating out, easy.
No, it's falling down on people. You're endangering lives.
I don't think she can really hear you, James.
The fry bread falls. Fry bread falls.
It's too loud. She can't hear you.
Light and crispy.
Yes, it's light and crispy, but it falls. It's not flying.
As God is my witness, I thought fry bread could fly.
As God is your witness, that fry bread can fly. You know what, Mom? Just say bye to everybody, okay?
Hi.
Thank you. So apparently Princess Leia hired my mom.
I guess so. You know what? She really loves Princess Leia, so probably she has her on speed dial on my phone or something.
All I know is that there's already people collecting evidence.
Wow.
This is
won't
the
leave.
evidence bag. This
Fred
came
won't
from
leave
my own
any
private
evidence.
security ninja forces.
And I never knew that your mom could fly a helicopter.
I didn't know either. Apparently not very well. That she's dropping all the fry. Did you see all that fry bread behind her?
Yeah, you know what? I think Wendy was a little sad that she didn't have fry bread flying out by her neighborhood.
Well, she lives in 29 Palms. It's a little out of the way.
Okay.
I was bouncing between Escondido and Indio and Paula.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's only like seconds away when they fly, guys, just so you know.
yeah.
As the crow flies, it's really quick.
It is.
Yeah, it's just as far away as our squares are on Facebook right now.
Exactly.
I could just reach out like this, this way, and just touch Eric this way.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
But I'm
right?
social distancing. Look, I'm a mime.
It's like this. I'm
Let's
all
pick a box. Quit poking me, Savea. Quit poking me.
I know, right?
Except on Facebook, it's me, Savea, then Eric down below. So Savea started doing
Oh.
this. We're poking Eric.
It's really funny. It's going the wrong way.
That's totally different on Facebook. All right.
okay. That was really well done.
What was well done? It was completely an accident.
I'm
My
gonna
mom
run
is
outside.
endangered people.
I'm gonna run outside and get some fry bread now, and
All you got to do is just go hold your head out and go, and just wait. When you see a helicopter, bring out the baskets. The fry bread's coming down.
Yes, yes,
We're gonna
yes.
start a new urban legend that's going to be more popular than Santa Claus on Christmas.
They're like fry bread from a helicopter. What?
Absolutely.
well, one more thing I wanted to say. Well, not one more thing, but I wanted to thank Paula Banamish Indians for not only having the radio station, which gives me a job that I have. That's my full-time job, or I work there kind of part-time, but I do work from my house now because of this COVID-19. And also want to thank them for having the faith in us to give us the opportunity to have this event, and with the faith that we're going to do this in a safe manner as best as we can, and we're going to try to do this in a safe manner. A lot of things going to be happening, and we're going to have to be a little kind of hard, steadfast on people that may not wear a mask.
Yeah.
We'll provide them with masks, and if not, then we're going to have to, put something on them or ask them to leave. And
Yeah.
we're going to try to do this and have this as a safe event so that we can have more events, and things can continue to get better all around our community, our country, and our world, of course.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely. Nailed it.
and I thank you guys for the opportunity to come on the show. Really appreciate this. It's a lot of fun. I love talking about my reservation and my radio station and my job, and especially Cupa days. I think that's what makes us unique, as far as being Band of Mission Indians. And it's a lot of fun. So I really appreciate you guys inviting me here to talk about our people and the good things that we do.
Yay!
On the
Thank
flip
you
side
so
on that
much
one,
for coming on with us.
on the flip side, Eric, we would very much enjoyed you on the show. We hope we can at some point we can have you on the show again if you're ever game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to thank you and Paula for giving a morale boost by holding this event. It's damned important to us.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. And maybe for the gathering, which will be in August, we'll see what happens then.
Absolutely, we'll see. Okay.
And I don't know what we can do a giveaway for in August. Ice cubes, ice blocks.
There's dill pickles, which is a Canadian First Nations thing.
Pickles. I don't like pickles at all. Pickles are like bleh.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Do not care for pickles. Pickles are my bane.
Oh.
Yes. And
when
it's so
we
funny.
sign off, I'll explain Jar Jar Pickles.
My friends constantly are posting pickle things. Like one of my friends posted a thing about chocolate covered pickles. I'm like, ew, why? And then one of my friends was posting how she went to downtown Disney to get a corn dog that has a pickle inside.
Really?
Yes, gross.
I'd never heard of a chocolate covered pickle.
I know, chocolate covered pickle, right?
Oh, he's got some.
Oh, it's
this
terrible.
is Jar Jar Pickles. Savea loves Jar Jar Pickles. Look, Savea, he's winking
terrible.
at you.
Oh, that's Jar Jar Pickles.
Well, you got Jar Jar Binks.
Right.
This is Jar Jar Pickles.
So my theory is that Jar Jar Binks is actually a Sith Lord.
He's talking Star Wars.
Yes. He was always in the right place at the right time and rose to power. He was like someone that had nothing and then all of a sudden became like this high level chancellor. Right place at the right time.
And yeah, he started out with nothing. In fact, he was less than nothing. He was a laughing stock, and yeah, you're right. And then he became the boss, and
yeah, it was just kind of like a little too convenient for him, huh?
And he looks a lot more fit than Yoda, and Yoda was a very powerful person too. So
yeah,
we did have one episode several months ago where we had Baby Yoda taking on Jar Jar Pickles in a pinata fight. And Jar Jar Pickles is shooting the force lightning at it, and then Baby Yoda came over and beat him up with the little lightsaber thing. You know what happened?
It was awesome. Yeah,
gotcha.
It was awesome.
Okay. it was interesting because Vea's like sends the video of little Baby Yoda with a green screen behind it going, with a little bat going, this didn't used to be part of my day job.
Yeah, right.
That's part of my day job.
Puppetry, yeah.
Well, you know, like I have a green screen behind me, and I'm like, so my day job, I do need a bar, make feather fans, and drop pieces of fry bread over a green screen.
Exactly.
And put my mom in a helicopter.
And you blame her because she's asleep right now, right?
Yeah.
She's asleep right now.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll get up and she'll isolate this part of the show in the morning and go, look what I did. And then she's going to post on Facebook and text her friends going, look at me in the helicopter.
Yes.
Well, they're shy. They're camera shy till they're camera shy. Like, no, I don't want to get in front of the camera. You do it. They have a little bit of fun. All of a sudden, it's like I'll sit here during a show, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, she's getting right here, going, "Look, hi everybody!" I'm like, "Mom, live show."
Yeah. Okay, so really quick, I want to mention what people are saying. Okay, so they're saying thank you for coming on, Eric. And then there's another comment. I love learning about it. You should come back sometime. And then we have say thank you for taking the time on the show. And then Maya says fry bread can be a prize. Heather Ray says I love pickles, which I'm like, no. Maya says I like pickles in my hamburger. Vivian.
Vivian, this is a Vivian comment.
Says I saw a video of cotton candy covered pickle on a stick. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's terrible. I saw that. The cotton candy pickle. Ew.
Cotton Eye Joe, dancing,
I,
Cotton
and
Eye
then
Pickle Joe.
Janasa, which I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. She said it was good to hear about Paula. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm Prairie Band Potawatomi,
Waterby, Mississippi,
Mississippi,
Choctaw, and Cherokee.
Choctaw, and Cherokee. So we definitely got some people from all over the U.S. watching our show tonight, and I got a
Very
chance
nice.
to share your word. So, yay, that's really cool.
Well, here comes one of my favorite sayings. It was the least I could do, and never let it be said I didn't do the least I could do.
Oh, nice.
You just came down to our level.
It was truly an honor. Truly an honor. Thank you very much. And I there's other people that I could suggest, like some of our bird singers, I'm sure would like to come on and talk more about the bird singers, bird singing. There's several people that love sharing the culture. I have this event down there in San Diego. Well, Paula Band, Michigan. We have this event down in San Diego, and it's called Antonio Gara Day. And we bring people from different communities to share our culture down at Old Town San Diego, because we want people in Southern California to know that there's Southern California Indians that we're still here. So I'll bring Bill Madrigal. He's going to be Bill Madrigal Jr. He's going to be at the at Cupa Days. He's a teacher. I believe he's got a master's, maybe a doctorate now, but I know he's at least got a master's, and he's a teacher at UC Riverside. And he comes down, he shares about the culture of the Kuya people. We bring out several other people that want to share the cultures stuff, and they're actually trained. They're trained people on teachers, trained teachers, and they teach a culture. And I know they would love to have an opportunity to share about the local Indians, and if there's any events going on, I'm sure they'd love to talk about more about them. So maybe I could make arrangements and we'll talk. And
we're game. We love it. Most of our audience is native, are familiar with pals and gatherings and whatnot, just like some the comments we read this evening. And especially with Janasa, from Oklahoma, she's going to learn some about some of the natives down here in Oklahoma. And Oklahoma's a big old mixing pot.
Yeah,
made it that way.
And me myself, I'm pretty much limited to like Southern California and Paula. And I remember I insulted somebody from Oklahoma, and I go, "Oh, you're from Oklahoma? You must be Cherokee." And I didn't realize there was a whole bunch of tribes in Oklahoma, and they're like, "No, I'm not." And I go, "Really? I thought there was only one." They go, "No, there's several. And not just small ones, they're big ones." And I go, "I'm sorry, to tell you the truth, I just didn't know that. So one day you'll have to invite me over for fry bread and I'll learn all this."
There was a lot of tribes moved to Oklahoma in the 19th century. There's tribes on the East Coast that are now in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the Chiricahua. Though they're not from back east, but look, they weren't originally from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Southern Arizona.
I've been to the Chiricahua Mountains out there in Arizona. So again, a pleasure and honor, and hope to see you guys at the event sometime. And I glad to be here, and I'm sure I have a lot of friends that would love to be on here to share about the local community and the local culture, local events.
We look forward to the opportunity to have them on. It would be really awesome. All right. So we got a little bit of business we need to finish off before we get going, folks.
Oh, Eric, by the way, we dance at the end during the end credits. We dance.
We dance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we expect you to dance with us.
Okay. Do we want to do fuzzy moments?
Do we the Barishnikov?
Oh, fuzzy moments. Oh my gosh, we need to do fuzzy moments, guys.
Okay, audience, or actually Eric will let you decide. Do you want to see a fuzzy moments involving, let me look at them right quick and get rid of the helicopter on the PowerPoint. Let me scroll to the right one, because sometimes I put these different places. All right. Do we want to see Princess Leia licking out of a cup, or Princess Leia licking Sabea's face? Or licking ice cream out of a cup, or licking Sabea's face?
Licking Sabea's face?
Huh? Licking Sabea's face?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Let me get it queued up. And everybody, here is this week's fuzzy moment.
Fuzzy moment.
Kill my butt. I gotta go. Oh. Sit on the couch. Dude, she's giving you a wet willy. It's okay.
Should have done the ice cream. That's awesome. Okay.
I'm not a dog whisperer, but I would think she's thinking about, I don't know, I have to think about that one. Let me meditate on that one.
Okay.
All right.
But I did think I saw her tongue coming out the other side though.
Possibly. But that was edited down because there was a part where she's like licking my eyes and I'm just like, no. And then she was trying to lick my nose. I'm like, no. And then she went to my ear. I'm like, ugh. Like, is she going to stop?
Have you ever given her a little bit of peanut butter to lick?
Oh, she would probably really love that.
Yeah, but the point is she'd be going, give her a little peanut butter and hold her up and try to do a Fuzzy Moments video. Because she's going for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe I have to film that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
All right. Request, I'll do that.
Everybody, this has been this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. When you walk outside, make sure you don't see a helicopter with my mom flying it. If you do, wear a big sturdy hat or carry a big sturdy umbrella.
Make sure to
and also
look
have some powdered sugar and honey for dessert with the fire bread.
You don't want to trip on the fire bread either.
Yeah. It's a thing, folks. You know it. You saw Late Night Craft Talk. It's a thing. All right. Hope we'll see everybody next week, and hopefully, and also next week, 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Late Night Craft Talk.
Really?
You guys, okay, so next week, we're gonna be filming our show early, and we need contestants. If you're interested in being a contestant, please message either James or I on Facebook, message our pages, or you can send an email to latenightcrafttalk@gmail.com. We need like 1 or 2 more contestants. So guys, we need you to write in. Don't be shy. It's going to be fun and you will win prizes. Like the prizes are going to be really good, guys. You're going to be like, I'm so glad I did this.
We will be recording the 1 year. We will be recording the, because I've got to, we're going to be doing a mostly pre-recorded show next week because I've got to get ready for Cupa days. I don't want to be up till 12:30 at night and then have to leave my house at 4 o'clock in the morning to get over there.
Yes.
On time. That's called Dumb of James.
So we are recording it early. So next week will be a pre-recorded show, but it still will be a lot of fun.
Yep. So if you want to be a contestant, let us know. We will be recording the show this Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes. Yes.
Wendy, Vivian. All right. That's been this week's episode of Late Night Craft Talk. Watch out for fry bread.
You winner.
And we did.
Aw, ain't he cute?
Good night, folks.